Magazine 19, part kits 71 to 74. Let's see how far we go with building the Enterprise this week. Hi guys, Retro Trek Ralph here with the Star Trek The Next Generation Build US Enterprise 1701D from Eaglemoss HeroCollector. This time, Magazine 19, we've got parts. Now I would like, for once, to do one video. We always seem to go over a little bit, but that's fine. So we'll see where we go with this video anyway. Parts kit 71. Let's go through this to start with anyway. We have, okay, I think that's the back deflector part for the neck, which we've already got, I think. So it's the top side of the secondary hull, the reflector parts and the windows, some screws, and a part for the underneath of the saucer, an LED. So that's the 71. 72 looks like phaser bank, some windows, a little tiny reflector, some more blackout parts, lifeboats, and a metal part. Some more screws, metal part for the underneath of the saucer. 73, two reflectors, large dark windows and light windows. The other section there for the other part of the secondary hull, the top part, we'll get to that in a minute. LEDs and the edge plastic bit with the larger windows on. It should go there, I think, on that part. And then 74 is the edge part, which is very clear. Apart from two little windows there. Another blackouts, lifeboats, screws, LEDs, LED, blackout stickers. Looks like the other shiny part for the secondary hull, top part again, and another metal piece. So, does that, probably a different part from another place. So, we'll get these out of the bags. Going to get these windows put to one side, the lifeboats to one side, the screws all assembled in my box, and then we can start assembly. Right, we're all ready. Before I get started, let's go through the magazine. So we have episode synopsis for there. We show the parts. Yes. Okay, no problem. And okay. So it's like the first part we're going to do in the underneath side for this corner here. Now I've got split lights, put them onto the frame. And then put the frame onto the ship over here. That's B, that's C, wiring up some lights. Yeah, and put it onto the board, easy enough. And that gives us parts over here and this skeleton piece here. So there's going to be another one, two, three, 4, 6, maybe 7 or 8 pieces of skeleton for the underneath side. Then we've also got this piece from last time we need for this part. After that, we've got other parts we're doing as well on the saucer, which is only that one. Looks like that is just making one part, and I don't even think we fit it in place. So that could be done quite easily without even trying. 73 is the bottom section which goes underneath here, because that part is this part, then this part is this part, and those two go in as usual. Let me get them screwed in. Lights in, screwed in. Okay, I'll probably glue those in place and then put the other piece on top of anyway. Then we go another piece, corner of the saucer here, which is down here part. And the edge part on as well. Another part of the rear bit there. And we're getting that part out as well. This bit over here. Keep things above wrap just in case. So we have that, and we need to get that as well. Okay, so easy enough. It doesn't look too difficult. So I might be able to get this all in one go. Right, okay, let's get started. So first part assembly, we need the frame, we need an LED, and we need to split the LED. Well, split is different. Well, make it do the splits. Just bend left and right, nice and steadily. The legs on here, so they are kind of like that. Yes. And we take the framework this way up, so we see these parts here, and this end bit is actually sticking up. So we need to go, let's go underneath there. That goes in, round. I'm going to bend everything round like that when I've got this piece of plastic, which is an R. Is it the R or is it an L? It's an R. So this will hold that in place nicely. So I'm just going to hold it in while I get that there. Tiny bit fiddly to do, but nothing over the top. I don't think anyway. Maybe I could. Oh, hold on. Okay, it's just holding the cable in place. Da 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 da. Yeah, it is a bit fiddly, isn't it? I'd say the cable doesn't want flatly putting down, it wants kind of threading through one of these parts. But it doesn't because there's a set in the middle. What? Okay. Right then, Ralph, here we go again. These brilliant pieces Eaglemoss give you, you can't do. So 1 second, this will be done and I'll tell you how I've done it. Now once you finish faffing, it should look a little bit like that. That was quite difficult to do, to be honest, because this part here went in alright. It doesn't want the legs to be straight away bent out. It wants a little bit and then bend them out to get them in. But it's done, it's on, I'm not happy with it completely, but might have better with a little bit of super glue underneath. So we'll get round to that in a second. So that part's happy. Oh, and then I put it straight onto the saucer. Alright. Which I have over here underneath dirty tea towels. Rather have dirty tea towels than have a dirty model. Right, so where are we? Is it? I assume it's this side, even though I've just put everything on top of the actual magazine. There we go, that's dropped on the floor. So we have that side there. You can't see because it's over here. I do wish I had a bigger bench. Right, so there. So we put, cable just goes over there, and then we go, oh, hello. Where does that light go? Just stay over there, because that's there. Okay. So we fit ourselves right up here. Where does that cable go? Try and keep it as high up as possible, out of the way, so we're just over here. Shouldn't be trapping anything, just make sure you double check everything. I've got a lot of cables right here I'm terrified of. There's a gap there. I'll have to remove that tape over here as well, so I can get in place. I'm going to put those on there because they were out of the way. I think... yeah. Well, this is awkward. That goes underneath here though, doesn't it? Yes. Okay. So if I can probably loosen that screw off there. Yes, it does tell you there, AM. Screw there to loosen. Get that. Is this way around actually? Yes. That cable there. So once that's actually held there, I'm going to retighten that one back down again. Just to nip in place a little bit. Right, so we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 screws, whereas these bottom 4 are FMs and these top 8 are BMs, so they're there, but then the plastic ones go down there. Anybody following along with this and they're using this as a guide, which, you know, good luck to you, because I'm struggling anyway, is just be careful of where your cables are. They're all coming through here, which is nice, but they're all also already under there. And anything on this bar here will potentially be crushed. So I'm just going to be careful with these cables here. If they're nice and loose, I'm happy. If they're not, then just tuck away like these ones here. There should be a gap. I think it's right there. Because you've got this hole which like pushes them down. I think it actually holds the screws in that place. Not screws, the cables in that place. So that's better-ish. I'm still nipping something, I can feel it. So, do a quick cut. Hopefully, this should be done. Well, that's how it should look when it's done. I don't think I put a screw in that one there, no, because another one probably goes under or over or through and then goes through there. I missed off that one as well, an AM screw. So yeah, got in 4 there, 4 there, 4 there, and the cables are perfectly fine. There's only down there a little bit nipping, that's on a gap, and they're on a gap as well, so they're fine. So this bulb here, wire here, probably goes somewhere down here. We see, perhaps I can jump to this part here, because this is on this middle part there. It's the second one in. It's not that one, so go around, find that. See, the problem with all this now is it is getting a little tricky to do things, because that is there. You can see that, you've got better eyes than me, and I'm here. Right. Okay, so I'll get that in. Cables are out of the way at least anyway. Plenty of tie wraps over, so we can tie wrap things together eventually. This other one here does have... Oh, hold on. That's the green and yellow one. Ah, great. Right. So that's that one there. It comes through under right to the end here. Okay. So that comes up there. So this is the other way around from where I actually am. So I need that other plastic part, which is there. Put this on there again. So that goes on there. I'll try and bend it earlier. Sorry, later. I don't think that's going to work. And I do need an AM screw anyway. Also, going to need to look out for when you've got these parts on this kit, is there's 2 new screws on here. There's an EP screw and an IM screw. So we are doing extra things with those as well. So that wants to go that way around with the R up. For this one here, try and get that light over here, pointing back on itself. Oh, this is going to be a pain. How is it the other ones were absolutely fine? I think it's just because it was that one, it doesn't really go right. Might just be me then. So on there, oh, that's not going to go either. I'll try and get that screw on a little and then try and thread through if I can. No. Oh, no, yes. That's through, that's on, get in. Whew. Hold in place. I'm going to gently push those cables down. Remember, just take your time with the screws, otherwise the heat that they will produce, because it's friction, will just de-thread what you've just done. So we've got that one from here, the green one, to there. That one's already there and plumbed in as according to there. Test your lights. That light's on, that light's off. On, off, on. Yes, we're working. So everything seems to be going fine. I don't like the amount of lack of voltage on this. It's a bit iffy. So I can get rid of this. Ow! Yes. So that's behind. We need now this piece, and we need these pieces. To the back section there. I assume then we put that piece in, even though that doesn't look like, that looks exactly the same as that. That's got an arrow or a thing on. Yeah. So it's got to be windows in first, which is a bit strange that we can't do this with the other part. That's not going in that corner properly. That corner in first. Okay, that seems fine. It's stuck around, that's it, around there. That doesn't look too bad. Then get your cable, put your battle section on. So we're getting one in there, one in there. So I want a couple of screws, which are BP, screwdriver, B and P, which are here. And I have put a new magnet on this old screwdriver, that's what the tape is, just to try and get things a little bit better. Actually, why is that? It's 4. Damn. It's a very long BP screw, that one. I'm a little bit concerned why it's that long. Okay. So screw that in place, put your lights in. I'd try and put this one in first, but I'm being careful in case the screw goes straight through. How does this come out the other side? It's not going right. Okay. Going straight, will you? Something's not right there. There we go. Ah. Why is that not going through the bottom part? This BP? Those are metal screws. Ralph, you buffoon. Got a few of them in there. Alright, so I'm trying to put metal screws in on plastic because the threads are thicker. My fault. Actually, I've got shorter ones and longer ones in this kit. Those are two different screws. I don't think they've been that good in the production. I hope I've been putting the right screws in all along. But there is a good possibility that I've done it wrong. And I'm just terrified of this coming through the other side. Okay. I mean, they are shorter. I'll put it to one side a minute, as well as that one and that one. These do look quite long, these anyway. In place. See, I think I put the wrong screws on. I might have put a bag of B, not M's, they are definitely plastic ones, but I think I put the wrong screws in the box. Or again, Eaglemoss have got the wrong screws and the wrong labels again. But I'm going to carry on these. If this doesn't go through, then it should be fine. I've got plenty of screws. Yeah, it's not doming on there, that's good. That means it's holding in place. Put that screw in there. Let's use their colour scheme, shall we? Yellow in, well, it's still loose. It's a little bit loose. In place there, and then the red over there. Come on, here you go. And then tighten up best I can. Hold that in place. They do look very long, these screws. I don't like them. This could ruin the model completely if the screws are too long. That's on, that's on. So yeah, done. So that's stage 71 finished. So let's get on. This part now will get upgraded later in the magazine. Stage 72. So 72 is a panel piece here, which looks like it'll go on top of our new skeleton part when we put it over here. So we have the panel, which is there. Nice metal one. Lifeboats. There's a couple of windows there. What are we doing with those? Right, so we're doing lifeboats will fit on. Have this off camera because it's pretty easy enough. Right, bottom right. That is an R. Why is that an R? Is that one? Two screws on that one. It says R again. Right, okay. So should be this one here. That way around. Then this little one. They've all got R on them. So that wants to be there. Anyway, that'll probably go over the two windows that we'll put in there anyway. So that will probably go on. Yeah. That'll probably go on there as well. If you've seen these before, these are dead easy. If you haven't seen these before, just rewind back a little bit and we can show you how these panels go together. So 2 minutes, this panel will be complete. As if by magic, it's done. The red parts go down towards the front of the ship, the wider area, as it states. Whether or not I change that in the future to the sticker set that they've provided, well, not provided, there's companies out there that are making one, is entirely up to me. I'll just see how bad or good this kit actually gets. So we have two clear window lights, long tip from each should be furthest from the narrow edge. Okay, so because these are a little bit different windows, we've got the smaller ones for the saucer the top side. We've got some really big ones for these ones across here. And they have these ones with this, like a tongue on the end. So there we have that there. I have the part here which goes... AR up. Okay. That actually lips underneath. There's a little tab there, little key there, so put that underneath there, hold it in place, get myself a well prepared AM screw, not two. Okay, because this is all 74 is, which is good. Just this one piece. There we go, that's in place, good. So I'm going to remove that AM, and I need DP screws for the next section. I've got 1, 2, 3, and we have this phaser bank. So that's really weird how that doesn't actually fit right on there, but and even you can see in the edge of it as well, so that's going to light bleed anyway. So, phaser bank in place. DP because we're going into plastic, hence the DP, and D because it's size D. D for Enterprise D. D for what some people like to say that this kit is a complete disaster. I just like to continue with this because I can do potential with this. With the paintwork, I'm not the best painter. I do like to do models if ever I've got any spare time, which usually I haven't. And the paintwork on these is pretty good anyway. You got like the green, you got the blues, you got the greys. It's nice. So as a pre-painted kit, it could be really good to use, to do. Oh, this doesn't seem to be right. So with that in mind, that's 73 complete and done. Sorry, 72 complete and done. So there we go, we've got a panel for later. Let's prep for 73. Right, we're starting. 73 looks like another one, well, it's a two-piece bit. So we're making this panel up and we're going to be fitting this as well as that one to the model. So to start with, we get the big windows. So we've got as many as those, fit in place, slot in place, and then we put over, I'll be going this way around. Is that the one for there, or is that one for there? That's a 2, that's a 1, so that goes that way around. So that will fit there and there. So give me a couple of minutes to put the windows in, get the wires as well on here. So we've got 2 kits of wires on here, although we've actually got 3. Are these all 73Gs? They look, yes, they look exactly the same. So we haven't got any lights on this one so far, but there's only there that has them. But I think that will coincide with one of the lights we put on earlier onto the kit. So let me put the windows in, put some lights in. That we're ignoring for a little bit. I assume we're going to be using that later. Keep the battle section rear windows for 74, so I can keep that one for later. And what about the other light then? Have I got some spare LEDs? These are 73Gs, the LEDs. The 3 sets, I don't think we'll have spare. Have we? Come on, fingers. 3 sets. So there will be something on the next page then to do that with. 2 minutes, get these in place. We've got another panel. Panel done. 4 screws in each one of these panels. Windows look that way around, which is nice. And 4 lights screwed in down here. Now there will be 2 others from this one. Will be 4 up here and up here when these 2 are merged together, which will be a pain in the backside to do. So I might do for this one, same as what I've done before, because they want this cable to run through and under and pop up and then try and attach the lights on there, and I assume that goes underneath and then fits on the ship. Fine. Except trying to do that in there is a bit of a problem. So they want you to do that way around. I would rather take that off and glue super glue these two onto here. So I'm going to put that out of the way. I can thread all the cables underneath afterwards anyway, that's not a problem. Because these two want to be underneath here, this one singular wants to be there. So it is the same run on the second board, I think it is. The middle part we're using, but it doesn't matter which ones go exactly where because they're just running lights. So let me just glue these onto here, push the cables down a little bit, and then I can attempt to fit it inside. So all I'll do is put a little bit of super glue on there and there, stick that, hold it in place, because I know it will move. Yeah, it's not going to stay like that, I know it's not. So we have the saucer back. We have that part, that will just slot onto that, go in there, as easy as that. So we need to just cable manage a second by putting these two. Like I said, I've glued these on so they won't come off now. This is going to go there and there, so that one goes underneath here and doesn't go through anything. So it's not that, it's that one. So it goes over in through there. Okay, and this then goes as best as possible. Oh my goodness. Right, okay. Right, this is going to be an absolute pain because there's a gap and it's right underneath there. So I need my tweezers to get this out. Grab hold of that, pull through. There's another gap there. So we want to put these three on the centre panel there. Okay, so that one does go there, goes under. Okay, so another one there, threading through, trying to get both under this time if I can. No, ouch, nope. Oh, this is fun. So I've got one there. I'll just try and get that one and try and fit it in place. Go to the second and third because the fourth one, which is furthest away, that one there, is fine. So I want that in there. It's getting really fiddly now, this. I'll put that in the middle there. So it doesn't fully matter where you put certain lights because they just want power. Oh. Yep, this is awkward. Oh. 2 minutes. Now I knew I'd cock up somehow. Right, by putting both of these on to start with, one of these had to go underneath and then round and wrapped into these. So I've had to unget that off. It wasn't fully set, which is good. So then thread that underneath and on. So at least it goes round. Otherwise it'll be over the top and danger of it being squashed. So we now need to have a miracle. So this goes underneath and on there. I need to put these tabs so they're underneath this part here and then push down while keeping everything together. So you've got to move in all bloody 17 dimensions of this stuff now and not trap any cables. There's already a light underneath there. Getting that anyway. I'm attempting to bend, twist. Oh, okay. It's on. Why is that not going down? Because the part that I've put on behind there is on the framework. It won't go down. Well, that's weird. Ah, there we go. Right. So it does, but there's a hell of a gap on the phaser banks. So I'm trying to push across the best I can. At the same time, getting that in, that's not too bad, that's shocking. Oh. See, this is where it all goes wrong. So it's not too keen on the gaps there, and everywhere. It's very, oh, we're in. Right, screw. So 3 FM screws. Top here. As I'm pushing that way, trying to screw in at the same time, with holding it at all times. Right. There's a gap underneath there. Right, so hopefully that should get that one. Okay, still a massive gap on that. Oh, no. That phaser bank. That's what's putting me off on this a little bit. The phaser bank shouldn't be every panel. It should be certain big sections screwed together and then put it in one go. Not in bits like this. Better. So there is 73. I don't know if we can do anything with that. You'd probably end up, what would have been better if they put a full phaser bank going around, glue it. So these are all the right way around. Looking good, 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 good. So next, 74. So it looks like we're on the back end of the ship and we're on the saucer again. So we're doing this panel which fits on the front, and we've got the part which cover over the other one to fit. So let me make that panel, so it's all, well, all apart from one with the lifeboats, and then we can potentially fit that one, finish off this back end section, lights on this back end, and it goes to the skeleton as well. Okay, 2 minutes to find some parts. Well, actually, no, I'm going to do this because I've got the parts here. Yeah, I'm going to put the lifeboats on this. I need that one as well because that goes on there. I need that part, that part. Any lights? No. Okay, so IM screws, AM screws. The IM ones are, I don't know why IMs are there, because we've had parts putting these ones on before. So I don't know why suddenly it's all changed. But yeah. Okay. Let's crack on with this. So there we go. We have a panel, piece screwed in the front, blacking out, holding in all the lifeboats on the back. Make sure these are always pointing, the red line points that way. Unless you're doing your own, then make sure that the lines go as they're supposed to. So you make sure there's a lip on here, covers over and round the underneath panel on here. Make sure there's no bits there unattached. Try and hold the front bit in like that, bend the back corner, and then just try and slot it in place. They do say, tip for you, it's right here. Once you're happy with it, push this thing in place once you've screwed that one down. When you're happy with the fit. Don't think, I want 2 FM screws. I don't think we're ever going to be happy with the fit, to be honest. FM, 2. Every time I want 1 screw. Yeah, I mean, there are faults with this kit. Yes, and I don't think it's as much as people are really kicking off about. Yes, it's a lot of money for this kit, but there's a little gaps like that. So goes on there, goes on there. Yeah, there's gaps like that. Should have really been ironed out when this was prototyped. Just making sure that it's over the panel on the opposite side of the saucer. Now that's actually not too bad. I'm actually quite happy with that one. There's a gap there. This plastic bit's a massive gap over there. So, yeah, happy enough, I suppose. Put this on the right way with the pegs on the bottom, making sure it's in the holes. Push in, because apparently you're not going to get these back out again. Should we test that? No, I'm not going to test it. It didn't feel too tight going. If it falls off, I'll just drop a bit of glue on there and then have a go later. So that's that done. So we are nicely plodding along to the saucer. Alright, next bit. We're back on here again. So retrieve the bath section. Pieces go over here. Looks like the lights go up there. I don't know if that will nip in something on there. No, don't think it will. So I want do the windows. Could have done this last part anyway, but since we're doing it all a lot in one go, which is good. A nice big video for you to all to watch. There we go. Kind of seems to click in place, although I don't want it to. It's not as pronounced on these edge bits. It might go well when the panel's over. So I need that. Do I need that? What's the other light for? Ah, finally. That's where these stickers come in. Okay, so this is the holding the cables down. Right, so we have only 2. The other two go on the back end. Okay, are these the same cables? We have green, red, we have blue. So the blue go on the back end, so ignore that one for a bit. Right, I'm going to put the screws onto this like I did before to hold this down. So I need 4 BP screws. Then I'm going to push these in a little bit and then tighten up on these 3. So give me a second, we'll have that done. So with the back end part fitted in and some very rubbish tape work on there anyway, yeah, I think that's how it's supposed to look. It's just, the pictures look, yes, it bends, it goes up and it goes, but then it doesn't show you after that. So everything looks fine, it's on its way out. So hopefully that little bit of weird, where it's bent round cable, because one's shorter than the other, will be fine. It's just to hold that in place a little bit. I could probably test this, but I don't have a board and some battery pack that's easily accessible. So that is how that is supposed to look when you've done. I don't think this is going onto the actual framework, is it? No. So that piece is done and kept for another day. So what I need now is this back end here. So 2 lights. Doesn't really matter which goes where, although this isn't held in by anything in particular. So I think it's one of them that way again, isn't it? We bend it round that way. Okay, so the first one down, the second one, follow it round. All being well. Same on this side. Let's do the red one first, and then follow with the blue, making sure the LED is flat down. Kind of like that, I think. Goes that side of the screw hole, that goes that side of the screw hole, and that is not going to stay in place, is it? Of course it's not, Ralph. You know it's not, I know it's not. You try telling Eaglemoss that. Okay, super glue time, hang on. So the super glue is now setting. It doesn't tell you the glue thing's in place, it just tells you slot the navigation lights as shown. Bending the bulb casing to fit. Finally retrieve the nacelle pylon skeleton, which is over here. Okay, and it's that way around? Yes. Okay, so with that dried and easier now to manage, does this go like that? Actually, even with that there, see either side of that, is that going to be a problem in the future? With the hole there with the cables? We will find out. So I need 4 EP screws, which are easier said than done to get hold of. Right, so I hold that up there. If it goes forward. Is there a channel? There is a channel there. Okay. So the cables, do the cables go through that hole then? No, they don't. I thought it followed that channel up and then gone in. That would have made a bit of sense. So let's keep them together as much as possible. So that will go on there. Maybe I thought that might have gone in there. No. On there, should we say. Maybe we will be doing that later date. Not quite sure. Okay. There's a big gap on that side there. So let's just leave that one going through there at the minute. I want to hole screw in there. I don't want to go in there. EP. These are EP screws. They don't want to fit in there. They're too big. The actual threads are way too big to fit in there. I mean, yeah, they'll fit in. Which is the other ones? Actually, why have we got... Eh? Why is this piece here already? Eaglemoss? What? I've missed a bit. Use 2 stickers to put on there. Retrieve the panel, yeah, and put it in a bend shape. Finally, retrieve the nacelle skeleton assembly. Last use and align it with the nacelle bracket panel, and then the battle section rear assembly. Okay. So we do need to align that with there. Okay. I'll take that out because that might go forward then. So it just doesn't. It looks like you're just using them parts there, and that's it. Okay, so that's why they're like that. Right, so we want to go in through there. Is it that one? Yeah, okay, that's holding that in place there. Alright, another one. Can we do opposite corner? Let's try and get a bit more structure to this. Oh, it's not in line there either. A little bit tricky, just to get things lined up to start with, and once it's on it should be alright, but it's not going through. Okay, let's try that one there then. Okay, that is going well on there. They can't be EP screws, all 4 of them. That's not fitting in there for some reason. That's not lined up with that hole. Right, I'll just pull those straight out of there. Okay. I'm going to need some glue for these screws as well. So this is quite awkwardly tricky. Is it meant to be those holes? Yes, it is. Can't get that one out. There's a gap under there for that to go. It's these front 2 that don't seem to line up properly. I'll have to watch other people's videos before I finish this one off to see exactly how those go through. Give me a sec. Okay, how many of you out there were going, Ralph, you've got that bit on the wrong side? None of you? Well, thanks. So, that's why that fits in there nicely now. Oh, blimey. So I'm still needing some glue on the back too. Yeah, literally, this is upside down, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Oh, Ralph. That should go in there. There we go. Gotta be careful with the plastic. That just ticked into place then, which is good. Yeah, because it's the top section, not the underneath. So we're doing the same with the saucer. Same as we did with the, well, this part is the same as what we did the saucer section. Doing one end first, doing the top side, then we do everything else afterwards. So again, let me just see if this will go through there. If it doesn't, then oh, that's lucky. That is lucky. That's 3 in. That's not lined up properly over there. Oh, you lucky. Lucky beggar, Ralph. So there is part of the back. Now that'll nip in. You'll never see a gap down there anyway, so you're not going to get rid of a lot of these gaps. But that is looking pretty good. So right, so there's no more on there needed. All the cables are down there. I could quite easily just put some more tape over that section there. Is it needed? Probably not. So to answer that question, will that have any problems? Probably. So what I'm going to do, because I think another piece like this will go inside that, I'm going to push the cables out of the way, giving that a fresh, good, straight down with the part when, if ever, it's needed. Cool. Cool. Done. So we're plodding along nicely with the saucer. We've got the back end of the ship looking pretty good. Other parts, we're still missing this. That's probably going to be the whole size of it, potentially. But it's a shame we still haven't even touched this yet. But there are other parts in the kit anyway, so that's done. Been a pain in the arse, but at least it's been a one video. Thank you very much. It might have lasted 3.5 hours, but it has been a one video. So with that in mind, that's it's part 19, isn't it? Magazine 19. I assume 20 is coming soon. I've seen other people with magazine 20. It's similar sort of thing what we've been doing, more panels for the saucer. We're going to get that all the way through, I know we are. There's going to be there's definitely 30, it's either 31 or 32 magazines. And we're well over halfway. We're really over halfway. So let's see what happens with a bit more screws and things holding panels down. This looks really good. But like I said before, if this does cock up and doesn't look that good, can use this as a kit to start from scratch with, put better lights inside, construct it better, make it look more than what it is. So again, thank you for watching. Help me out as much as you can. Links are down in the description below. I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.